Okie doke. I'm getting stuff set up here, so give me a second. All right. Let's see. There we go. There's that. I've got the full screen, it looks like. Excellent. Ready to go. So if I remember correctly, last time got the crap beat out of me by the gang. And now we're looking to correct that. Between all these houses, you gotta walk through people's houses. That sucks.
Sumimasen. Nani? ヘブンズのレンに会いたいんですが。俺にそんなこと言われてもな。どうすればいいですか？そうだな。ヘブンズの奴らに聞いた方が。わかりました。そうします。ヘブンズのレンに会いたいんですが。
わしらヘブンズとは関わりたくないだよ。
何か方法とか知りませんか？
そんならヘブンズの連中に当たれば。
わかりました。どうも。すいません。
何？
ヘブンズのレンに会いたいんですが。
レン？そう言われてもよ。
何か方法はないですか？
ヘブンズのやつらに聞くしかねえんじゃねえの？
そうですか。わかりました。
Excuse me.
収まりやがれ。
Not sure why he decided to pick a fight with me. There you go.
この野郎。
My kung fu is very strong. Am I going backwards? Yeah, this is where I was going. These guys all look nice. I wonder what they're up to.
てめえ、よそもんだな。
それがどうした？
よそもんが俺たちの島に何の用だ。
レンを探している。
なんだと？
知ってるなら教えてくれ。レンはどこにいる？
んなこと聞かれて答えるとでも思ってんのかよ。
More fights. Oh, I used bam. Check the roof. Oh fuck. Oh.
レンはどこだ？
知らねえ。俺たち下っ端は知らねえんだ。
じゃあ誰が知っている？
クール J に聞け。あいつなら知ってる。
クール J。
ああ、モヒカン頭の大男だ。
クール J か。
He must be cool. Cool. See. This is the direction it was going.
Nanda, おめえ。クール J はどこにいる？よそもんが一体何の用だ？お前には関係ない。クール J の居場所を教えろ。
てめえ、生意気な口聞いてんじゃねえぞ。
Foolish honkies. Gonna get wrecked. You guys got cut. Stop hitting me so much. What'd I ever do to you?
うわうわ、すんません。
クール J はどこにいる？
多分スクラップ置き場っす。
どこにある？
地図があるっす。ポケットに。
スクラップ置き場か。
Scrap heap. 8 a.m. Pasadena. You just start going around beating up the whole gang. Just like that. Just like that. Attack me. I was literally just pimping around. Attacking me and giving me a bunch of hot garbage, but acting tough like, man, whatever. Maybe they'll let me fight.
This Genjinは雲南省の山奥で発見された今世紀最後の野人だ。言葉は話せねえが、大自然に鍛えられた肉体はまさに脅威。岩よりも硬く痛みなんて感じやしねえ。さあ、誰かこの男と勝負するやつはいねえかと言っても戦うわけじゃねえ。一方的に殴っていいんだ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は10ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗したら10ドルを払ってもらう。さあ、誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか？
Sure.
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。
So supposed to do enough damage with it.
さあ、どっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。おい、しっかりしろ兄弟。やるな兄ちゃん。ほらよ。何兄ちゃん、あんたこいつの村に来ないかってよ。妹を紹介したいんだと。
いえ、遠慮してきます。
そうか。じゃあまたな。
That's funny. The trick here is going to be not going around in a circle, which I think I just did. So that's just a building you're looking for? This is another guy. I just got done beating the Unstoppable Beast. What's up, Brett Davis? This guy just got walk around beating up random thugs trying to find out. Dude, these guys come around throwing punches at me and giving me hot garbage for it. What is that all about? My kicks are stronger than my punches. Alright. I don't want to go to Queen Street yet. It's probably better. More people to beat up. Ah. Get out of here. Get out of town. You can't stop this. Hey guys, how you doing?
なんだ貴様。クール J に会いたい。へへ、バカか貴様。何？ここがどこだか分かってんのか？貴様みてえな素人が来るところじゃねえんだ。クール J に聞きたいことがある。なんだと？教えてくれ。ここにいるのか？なめんじゃねえぞこのガキ。
That's a big mistake. You're gonna be unhappy. You'll be so unhappy. Oh, you've been hitting me. This is how you combo punch. Get out of here. Get out of here. I want to talk to Cool Z, not bunch of scrubs.
クール J はどこにいる？
クール J はスクラップ置き場だよ。
案内しろ。
わかったわかった。話せよ。
Are they gonna make me fight more guys as we walk over there? Kind of trying to find Cool Z. Punks. You dress bad and you fight worse. Get out of here. This looks like a scrap heap. Oh, Cool Z's to do the boombox. Alright.
Nanda? てめえ。お前らに用はない。
That's rude.
レンはどこにいる？
何？
金はあんのか？どこへ行けば会えるんだ？会いたきゃ寄付金を500ドル持ってきな。500ドルだと？レンさんは寄付したやつとしか会わねえんだよ。
Wait, so I go through and beat up everyone on the way here. Just completely rickety wrecks and fools. And then when I finally get there, he's like, oh, you gotta get some money, and I'm just like, okay. I'm not like, oh, I'll beat the frickin' tar out of everybody, and then you'll take me there. Oh, maybe I can make money doing this thing. Grind
こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。 その時は20ドルを進展するぜ。ただし失敗したら20
I
ド
don't
ル
know
を
how hard
払
this
って
gets,
も
so
らう。
we'll see.
さあ
Maybe I'll regret it.
誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいない
So
か。
the big thing is I'm supposed to take his life bar down in 5 hits.
俺がやろう。
ほう、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。
Seems to be the case. Like, I fought him once before already. It's more, I don't know how it's gonna scale up.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は30ドルを進展するぜ。ただし失敗したら30ドルを払ってもらう。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
I am strong enough to challenge
俺がや
him.
ろう。
ほう、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。
And that is how I make all the money. Kick. Kicks for days.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
Just really keep beating on this one dude. Seems kind of awful.
こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は40ドルを進展するぜ。ただし失敗したら40ドルを払ってもらう。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
俺がやろう。
ほう、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。 おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
I definitely hurt him here. I will get my donation money. This guy just keeps coming up and kicking him in the face.
こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進展するぜ。ただし失敗したら50ドルを払ってくれ。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
俺がやろう。
ほう、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。
Oh.
はい、
Okay.
そこまで。何ハエが止まったような攻撃だったって。残念だったな兄ちゃん。また今度挑戦してくれ。
I don't want to lose any more on it. Like, I'm sure there's a way to get through it, but I can make some guaranteed money instead of messing with that. I'd rather just do that. Alright, let's figure my way out of here. Hey Doc, welcome to the stream. We can go back to Queen Street and figure this out. We need to make 500 doll hairs. That's what we got going on. Ended up getting a late start today. Had some run around during the day. Took a nap and I'm like, alright, time to play some Shenmue. So Doc, what's the deal with this PSN voucher you were talking about? Is it like a holiday promotion thing or something? Yes, I am. I am very much on my Christmas break. I've been either hanging out with friends or playing video games.
トクリンさん、おお、どうし、この辺でアルバイトができるところ知りませんか？おお、ちょうどいいところに来た。今人手が足りねえんだよ。どうだ、アルバイトしていくか？
I guess, what is...
わかりました。
What is there for $10 in the PSN?
それじゃあ始めるぜ。はい。
I guess there's probably some digital stuff.
Yo, 早速そこの荷物運んでくれ。
よう、またよろしく頼むぜ。始めるとすっか。よーし、あそこに運
Yeah, I think
ぶ
the
ぞ。
PSP though is... I've got hacked from the PSP.
左だ、左だ。よし、俺が
So,
指示するとき以外
hooking up to
は
my
前
console is a
に
little
押し続けてく
problematic.
れ。
はい。
よいしょよいしょ
右だ、
よいしょ
右だ、
よいしょよいしょ
左だ、
よいしょ
左だ、左だ、
よいしょ
右だ、
よいしょ
右だ、
よいしょよいしょ
右だ、右だ。
Yeah, welcome to
よ
Crate.
し下ろすぞ
It's a crate time.
よいしょよっ
This is how we make money in an honest way. No gambling, no ringside
だんだん
fights,
息が合ってきたようだな。
just
よし
lifting
次だ
crates.
はい。
Oh,
よし、今度はこいつだ。
I have hacked firmware on my PSP, so
よっ
左だ、
I can't exactly hook it up to a console.
よいしょよいしょ
右だ、
よいしょ
右だ、
よいしょ
左だ、右だ、
よいしょ
右だ、
よいしょよいしょ
左だ。
I hit left. Boo.
おい、何やってん
I
だ。
think the PSN store is down for the PSP. Like I can't get to it from the PSP anymore.
左だ、
よいしょ
So I can't even just download things straight up onto it.
よいしょ
右だ、右だ。
よし
Unless you know some solution that I don't.
よいしょよっよし次だ
はい。
よし、今度はこいつだ。
はい。
よっ
右だ右だ
So have you actually tried it yet?
よいしょ左だよいしょ右だ左だ左だ左だよっしゃ右だ
Hit, right? You're
落
garbage.
とすなよおめえよっよいしょ左だああやっちまったしっかり頼むぜ
Right.
よっ右だよっしゃ左左俺が左左って言ったら左に2回押してくれよっよっしゃよっしゃよっしゃ右だ右だよし折らすぞよいしょ
Not wrong.
よっよし
I
次
can't
だ
remember the last time I booted up my PS3. It's been just sitting there
よし
collecting dust
今
for
度
a
はこい
while.
つだ
はい
よっ右だ右だよっしゃよいしょ左だ右だ落とすなよおめえ
Oh, I like the PS3. It's got a lot of good games.
よっ左だ左だ右右よいしょ左だ左だ右だよっしゃ左左俺が左左って言ったら左に2回押してくれ
It's got games.
よっ左だ
Oh, it's too late.
おいおいまたか男なら力入れろ
You
よ
can't show some strength. Jesus.
よっ右だよっしゃよっしゃよっしゃ右だ右だよし下ろすぞ
That's some Chad Ward you're throwing up here?
よっ
From way back in the day?
よし次だ
That little
はい
YouTube video is probably like 10 years old
よし
now.
今度はこいつだ
はい
よっ右だ右だよいしょよいしょ右だ左左左
Boo.
俺が指示した回数だけそこに押してくれよっ左だよっしゃ左だよっしゃ左だ右右
Farts.
俺が右右って言ったら右に2回押してくれよっ右だ左だおい何やってんだ
See, I'm missing the single
こ
ones.
ん
I
な
don't
んじゃ
know
バイ
why.
ト代出ねえぞしっかりしろ
As far as I know, I'm heading in
Yep.
direction.
右だ左左俺が左左って言ったら
I know that.
左に2回押してくれ
I wish we had forklifts.
よっ左左左
Oh, Jesus.
俺が指示した回数だけそこに押してくれ
I know that. The timing's all
Yep.
weird in this game.
よーし、今日はここまでだ。みんな上がってくれ。
ウィース
兄ちゃんよく頑張ったな。その調子でまた頼むぜ。ほら今日のバイト代だ。5個運んだから50ドルだな。
どうも
また手伝ってくれよ。
はい
Hope they didn't order anything fragile. At least I'm not broke. I have money.
特林さん。
おお、亮か。待ってたぜ。
俺に何か？
聞いたよ。レンとやり合ってるそうだな。
ええ。どうしても奴に聞きたいことがあるんです。
俺も協力してやりてえんだが、後で仕返しがな。だからせめて技を教えてやろうと思ってな。
俺に技を？
ああ、俺の得意技、名付けて喧嘩アッパー。
喧嘩アッパー。
これでレンのやつをぶん殴ってくれりゃ俺も胸がすくってもんだ。どうだ、覚える気はねえか？
Yes, I will learn this move.
ええ、お願いします。
よし、そうこなくっちゃな。最初に体の動かし方を教えるからよーく見てろ。まずなんとなく後ろに下がり、次に腰に力を入れてこうだ。さあやってみろ。
そう言われても。
今見た通りにやればいいんだよ。
Okay.
正しく動いちゃいいぞ。その動きだ。次は2歩下がるのと同時にアッパーをぶっ放せ。さあ行ってみようか。2回続けて下がるのがコツだぜ。おいおい、なんで拳を出さねえんだ。天に向かって突き上げろって言ったろ。
今聞きましたよ。
お、そう？うん、まあいいや、続けてくれ。ダメだダメだ。後ろに2歩下がると同時に拳を突き上げんだよ。
So I'm hitting back twice.
なってねえな。
And he's not
2
doing
歩
it.
下がるのと同時に腕に力を入れんだよ。手に余計な力が入ってるぞ。
Why isn't it read to back back?
なってねえな。後ろに2歩下がると同時に拳を突き上げんだよ。
I'm trying to...
どうも今一つだな。もう一度説明すっか。
I am trying to hit left, left. Yep.
よし、そうこなくっちゃな。最初に体の動かし方を教えるからよーく見てろ。まずなんとなく後ろに下がり、次に腰に力を入れてこうだ。さあやってみろ。
Like, I'm hitting left, left on the pad.
いいぞ、その動きだ。次は2歩下がるのと同時にアッパーをぶっ放せ。さあ行ってみようか。おりゃ。
Okay. So now doing back back. It wasn't gonna step back.
やっとできたか。どうなるかと思ったぜ。
すいません、感覚がつかめなくて。
最初はそんなもんだ。この技は力をためてアッパーを打つからな。当たれば効くぜ。レンだって一発で。どうだ、もう少し練習してみるか。
はい、お願いします。
よし、見ていてやるからやってみろ。おりゃ。
Like,
おりゃ。おりゃ。
you know, like the first time I introduced the move. Yeah, reset.
もうそろそろいいだろ
Like the first
う。
time
まだ続
I
ける
introduced
か
the move, you hit back twice. and he steps back. So
So
I'm
this man.
expecting now, okay, I have to step back and then do the move.
動きはまあまあ
But
だ
then when they
あ
had
と
you
は
do the
度
move,
胸で勝負
you
だ
didn't
ぜ
step back when you double step back anymore.
ありがとう
I
ござい
didn't
まし
think I
た
was doing it right.
連なんかに負けんじゃねえぞ
If that makes sense. Like, except the game is setting one set of expectations of how your character moves and animates to time things, and then it just doesn't do it. Like, consistency is just not there with this game when it comes to movement controls and stuff. But you can see with the crate carry, when I'm not hitting the buttons right, I don't know why. So I'm just left kind of pressing buttons and guessing and just failing over and over again, which is really no fun right now. It's a continued pain point with this game. Maybe it's the input latency with everything else just making it bad. Maybe my controller's worn out, maybe I'm just magically terrible. And I'd say that definitely takes away from the experience. Because I'm just now fumbling with controls instead of being immersed in Shenmue game.
Oi. ここを通るつもりなら見せるもん見せな。
ああ。
よし、通れ。
この原人は雲南省の山奥で発見された今世紀最後の野人だ。言葉は話せねえが大自然に鍛えられた肉体はまさに脅威。岩よりも硬く痛みなんて感じやしねえ。さあ誰かこの男と勝負するやつはいねえか。と言っても戦うわけじゃねえ。一方的に殴っていいんだ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は40ドルを進展するぜ。ただし失敗したら40ドルを払ってもらう。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
俺がやろう。
ほう腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。おりゃおりゃおりゃおりゃおりゃ。
Yeah, I'll definitely do it.
おい大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
can't imagine trying to play this with the digital pad and the Xbox controller. That would kind of suck.
こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗したら50ドルを払ってくれ。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか？
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。
I don't know how far it goes.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
We have to make 500 doll hairs.
こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗したら50ドルを払ってくれ。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか？
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。
Dang it. I was getting to a corner where I don't back up too far.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗したら50ドルを払ってくれ。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか？
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあどっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗したら50ドルを払って。さあ誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか？
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあ、どっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。ありゃありゃありゃありゃおい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
Two more.
.こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。その時は50ドルを進呈するぜ。ただし失敗
He
したら
growls and says
50ドル
nothing
を
because he
払って
just has had concussions
さ
for
あ
days.
誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあ、どっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。ありゃありゃありゃありゃありゃありゃありゃ。
That's how I do. I just punch cavemen.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。こいつを5発殴って1回でも痛がらせたら勝ちだ。
I'm just waiting until
そ
they're
の
like,
時は
he's gonna start
50ドルを
fighting
進
back
呈
now,
す
and
るぜ。
then shit gets
た
real.
だし失敗したら50ドルを払ってくれ。さあ、誰か勝負しようって腕自慢はいないか。
俺がやろう。
おお、腕っぷし強そうだな。頑張んな。さあ、どっからでも殴っていいぜ。レディーゴー。ありゃありゃありゃありゃ。ありゃありゃ。
That was level 10, folks. Level 10 caveman fight.
おい、大丈夫か兄弟。やられたぜ兄ちゃん。ほらよ。
Alright, let's go do the next part of this mission. So I came in here, I think I need to go over here. This doesn't look like the way at all. I got all turned around. So I come in here. I think I want to go down here to this catty-corner. That's not the junkyard. Is it down there? Looks like it. God, Cool Z's so cool. You guys will listen to some music? Fuck yeah, I do, Cool Z.
500ドルを用意した。
よこしな。
直接レンに渡す。
ま、いいだろう。ついてきな。サム、ラリー、いるぞ。
Sam and Larry. God, Cool Z. We all want to be Cool Z when we grow up.
俺様に寄付してくれるってのはお前か。
条件がある。修験達の居所を知りたい。
簡単だ。何の問題もない。神のご加護。ほら分かった。分かったよ。修験達に合わせてやる。
本当だな。
Not gonna lie, I did not expect the quick time event.
ここに来な。
ここは
海運不当だ。
I hear you beat up the same caveman like 20 times. Yes. Yes, I did. I hope that we get to that warehouse. Dude, I'm looking for just hanging out there. They're like, what do you want to do, man? Be like, well, let's go hang out with Cool Z and jam to some tunes. That sounds awesome. Cool Z just being the PIMP. Opposite one is taking back to the boats, right? I don't want to go there. I go back to Queen Street. Yeah, I'm trying to get to Fortune's Beer. Why don't you let me do that? Should hang out with God, I hope not. I will turbo lose that. Okay, go all the way up. Third major building. Alright. This guy's map sucks. There's some squirt and some arrows. Hope it's not stealth mission. That was not very good in the first game.
待たせるんじゃねえよ。主元たちはどこだ？ついてきな。
Warehouse.
確かに。
あいつはレン。
どうしたの？早く明かりを。金がありません。なんですって？
あいつ。
どこかで見た顔ね。金はどこ？
金なんか知らない。俺はただ主元たちに。
シラを切るのも今のうちよ。やっておしまい。
just want to do an uppercut time and time again. I got to do one uppercut at least. Just grab her and go tell me where so-and-so is. That's all. She clearly can't defend herself. You're lying, but you're gonna stop lying. Words don't care about your gangster bullshit. Ren fucked me over, surprise, surprise. Turns out he's an asshole. He got $500 out of me, and I gave him an opening to steal more money from other gangsters.
Oni-chan! 大丈夫？
例を見なかったか？
え？レンなら宮廷公園さ。お兄ちゃん。ちょい。止めたって聞かないよ。
I don't know why anyone keeps helping him. It's so great how he just doesn't talk to his friends. They're still staying right here, or they're gone. They're gone. Right, I want one of two things. Either I want to know where that guy is, or I want my $500 back. Your choice. I had to punch a lot of cavemen to get that $500. I could buy a PlayStation 4 with that $500. That's $500 in 87 money. That's like $2 million. I think that's how inflation works.
Yarro. 今頃奴らの餌食。ちょろいもんだな。だからそうよ。
あいつだ。
あらどうしたほら来い。うれ。よ。あれ。もう人稼ぎするか。
What's up, Cozy?
お前。約束は守ってもらう。主元達はどこだ？
てめえもしつけえ野郎だな。まあ、教えてやってもいいが。知りたきゃついてきな。待て。
Climb that fence, I should probably try to get away down the stairs.
野郎しつけんだよ。
Yes.
おりゃ。てえな。ふりゃ。おりゃ。おりゃ。
Knocked out the demon with this punch. Oh, I didn't expect to kiss.
Ah, ah. 教えろ。修験達はどこにいる？いせて。話せ。レン兄貴しか知らねえんだよ。なんだと？本当だ。兄貴なら多分ラッキープラザに行ったはずだ。ラッキープラザ？そうだ。クイーンズストリートの雑貨屋の脇の路地を入るんだ。その奥の工事中のビルがラッキープラザだ。ラッキープラザか。そこまで案内しろ。わかったよ。ついてきな。
I mean, if I want to win the game easily, they can do all like the fucking M. Bison style teleportation, ghosting around they want with their kung fu. I can just uppercut. You guys have tricked me. I'm gonna trust you that you're taking me to the right person now, because you've never led me astray before. Y'all know why Ren's doing this too, right? Because he can't be as cool as Cool Z. He's like, God damn it, Cool Z, you got personality coming out your ears. All I have is my stupid ass pirate outfit. Classic boxing move. If words worth, that Punk took quite a few hits, because it took a couple of uppercuts to get him down. This shithole. Freshly sliced uppercuts.
この先がラッキープラザか。レン。
やべ。God.
待て。ほら。よっと。
Don't make me do quick times. Let's just do this. Quit being an asshole.
ふざけやがって。
I'm trying. I swear I am. I hit A. I hit A. Jesus.
くそしつけ野郎だぜあれ。待て。ふざけやがって。
Get up. Yep, let's do it. Just like the books.
Len, 見ろよ、いい見晴らしだぜ。じゃあ今度こそお別れだな。
You're not Batman.
あばよ。
You're not Batman.
待て。
I told you you weren't Batman. Is that one of the mirrors?
生きてるみてえだな。
あ
疑惑あるって面だなおい。修験達に一体何の用だ。
親父を殺した男の手がかりを修験達は知ってる。
ガキが仇討ちかよ。10年早えぜ。
こそ泥に言われたくない。
一丁前の口聞きやがる。だがてめえには金の匂いがする。
何？
修験達の居所を教えてやる。空論城だ。
空論城？
約束は守った。俺様も一枚かませてもらうぜ。
なんだと？
俺様は空論城にいる。後から来な。
So at least now we know that he doesn't have the mirror sitting in his luggage in the hotel room still. He keeps the mirror on him at all times. So if he falls, he'll break it.
電話見つかったの？
ああ。
それでどうなったの？
I fell
香
down
港
a
を離
lot.
れることになった。
え？日本に帰るの？
いや、行くところができたんだ。
どこへ？
お前には関係ないよ。
ああ。
I'm gonna be mysterious because that way I'll need a personality. Where am I going? Something, something, destiny, something, something. Okay. I'm gonna swim there all the way
香港を
there.
出る前に世話になった人たちに一言お礼を言っておこうと思ってな。
Holy shit, for the first time you're actually gonna say thank you to somebody.
まずはお前だ。
え？
ずいぶん世話になった。
Thank you for stealing my stuff and instigating the whole game.
ありがと
You
う。
little shit.
いいんだよ。
I'm thinking about it. I got a board game thing I'm doing tomorrow night, and I'm probably gonna be doing some house cleaning during the day, so probably not. If I do, it's gonna be really late. Like, I know I was a little bit late tonight. I don't know where you're based out of, Brett, but I'm here on the West Coast, so there's gonna be potentially that 3-hour time difference. Doesn't let me save. Doesn't let me save. Great. I'm gonna give it like a 20 to 30% chance. And today's Friday the 22nd. Yeah, like Friday I think I should be on. Well, if I got someone messaging me. Yeah, okay. I forgot, yeah, you did want to do the Tennessee to New Jersey run. That's right. Yeah. So that's how that's gonna be. Like, it's less fun, but you can always watch the stream if I happen to stream after the fact. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be on Friday. Like, today was a later start just because I had stuff come up during the day I didn't expect. But I did manage to get a manicure and a pedicure today, which I didn't think would happen. I ended up, I got a friend's girlfriend is in town, and she's been working remotely as she's been visiting. But since my friend is at work all day, she's been kind of in the house by herself. So I was like, oh, let's go to lunch. That way you can get out of the house. She's like, yeah, okay. So we got to lunch. And then we start walking around the city. And she's like, oh, there's a manicure pedicure place. You want to get manicures and pedicures? I'm like, sure, why not? It was fun. Anyway, unexpected things happen during the day sometimes.
実はワンチャイを離れることになったんです。
どこへ行くんじゃ。
空論城です。
空論城に？なぜじゃ。
One second.
修験たちって人に会うためです。
やはりな。経過から話は聞いておった。
経過さんから聞いた話って。
お主が香港に来た目的が修験達にあるらしいとな。おそらく経過も周英さんから聞いておったんじゃろう。
そうだったんですか。今までありがとうございました。
礼を言われるほどのことは
This older guy here's,
しと
I
らん
think, been the
よ。
coolest guy in the
それよ
whole
り
city.
気を引き締めていくんじゃぞ、少年。
はい。
I like when you first meet him, he's just like, so you want to spar? One thing I did see is we had also gone to an antique store. They had like this really cool glass light fixture set. Like, you know how if you go to a pool hall or something, you've got those stained glass lights that have some sort of a design on it. I saw ones that had like playing cards on, like Ace of Spades and stuff. It just looked kind of badass. I'm like, oh, if I had the right spot for them, I'd love to have like a board gaming table with that sitting above it. That'd just be badass. Looking for that apartment complex. I don't quite remember where it is. That is dead end. That is definitely not an apartment complex. Not going to Wise Man District just yet. That's another grody alley. Don't care about that. Is that Lucky? That's White Dynasty. I don't think I want to go that way quite yet. Where the hell is that apartment? It's like, I ran around South Carmine a lot, but for whatever reason, it's just like the layout never stuck out in my head. Like, Wise Man I got kinda down. I think it's because I had to search for some specific buildings there, but like here, I went to that one apartment complex a couple times, that's really all I did. Park I was just at, that's a nothing building. It's a really good thing I bought maps for all the areas. Otherwise I'd just be wandering around aimlessly. And that would be dumb. Wouldn't it, gang? Where the fuck is that apartment at? So I came from there. I thought I'd gone down here. Apparently I didn't, because there's the apartments I was looking for. I'm super smart.
ケイカさん。なんだか今日はあんたが来そうな気がしてたよ。
え？
で、私になんか用かい？
実はワンチャイを離れることになったんです。
次はどこへ行く気だ？
空論城です。
やっぱり修験達を追うのかい？
ええ。
まあ、周英さんから話を聞いていたからね。あんたが香港に来た目的も。
そうだったんですか。今までありがとうございました。
私は締めっぽいのが苦手でね。別れの挨拶なんていらないよ。男が一度決めたことなら最後までやり遂げな。だけど無駄に命を落とすんじゃないよ。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
Alright. Now that's both people of interest here. Now I'm going to want to try to find Joy. So I'll have to search for her eventually too. Let's go to the Wise Man District. I'm trying to anyone that even in the Wise Man District I care about. Oh yeah. This is I don't know if I mentioned it on the stream, but this is a really interesting mix. Or I shouldn't say mix, it's a really interesting variant of the open world game. Because usually an open world game is designed kind of like an amusement park where you've got a set of events that you could do out of order. It doesn't really matter how you do it. And these are words. And the whole idea is just you're just kind of hitting these hot spots, and you know you're going to have your little story path that moves things along and changes the environment. But overall, the idea is you can go anywhere and kind of get lost doing it. And it's very unstructured in that way. Now the downside to that is you often end up with environments that have a lot of padding because you have all this space to fill out. You need to have a large area to make the world feel big, but that's a shit ton of game content to make. So you gotta strike a balance with how much content do you actually make versus how much space do you provide. And obviously there's technical limitations that go along with that, so that's why you play Skyrim or something, there's a lot of dead area, you're just riding around and it doesn't really matter. And like MMOs are structured the same way, but what's kind of cool about Shenmue is it takes a much more restricted point of view. Like, rather than giving you large areas to sprawl through, they give you a few cities that are highly dense, but are like just geographically they're very small. Like, it takes you minutes to run across the entire town. I don't think there's anyone in this park I care about. And things are much more linear. Like, you have your 2 or 3 mini games that are always there, but everything else is story driven. So it's a very traditional adventure game structure in that way, right? Instead of it being explore the open world and your destiny's in your hands, it's like, no, you're going through a story, you're going through this linear experience, but you choose when the story continues. And you can play the mini games and do your little responsibilities of like messing with the economy along the way. they ultimately don't really amount to anything. Like, maybe you find a little minifig or something, but like, you're not leveling up from it or anything. And so you still get that control of pace, and you get a sense of skill because of the high density of the city, but you don't get as much of the padding. Everything kind of matters. And that's, I presume part of that was the limitations of the Dreamcast. It's got, you know, what, like 32 megs of memory or something ridiculously small. You've got whatever the gigabyte discs, the GD-ROMs to fit the game on, so you have technical limitations to work with, and you can't make a big open world. Like, even look back at PSO, that was all instant space. You had only 4 players playing simultaneously, and a lot of that was because of either bandwidth limitations with the internet, or this Dreamcast over here only being able to do so much. So that forces you to make a certain style game with certain trade-offs. You know, modern conventions and PCs, like, you can make a really big open world, like your Red Dead Redemptions or Skyrims. And it's like, why would you go back and make a small open world game? I'm kind of curious how Shenmue 3 is going to work out. Because, like, any, like, Duke Nukem Forever or the new Star Wars movies or anything, right, there's a lot of fan excitement behind the game. So you're going to have these expectations, like, I want it to be exactly like the way it was, but they're making a game for a different platform with different considerations. Like, the way people play games nowadays wasn't the way they played them before. Yeah, you're right. Shenmue was originally started as a project in the Saturn, but my understanding is that went to Dreamcast pretty fast. I think, God, what was it? Like, there was an initial tech demo or something with some short story about a version of the character Ryo as like a kung fu master. I read about it a little while ago when I was playing Shenmue 1. I don't remember much of it now, but I would have a hard time imagining the game being this densely populated with dialogue and characters and story on the Saturn. Because you're running with a CD-ROM which holds maybe 700 megabytes. You're running with something that has 8 to 16 megabytes of memory. Draw distances would be a lot shorter. Things would run a lot slower. Like, those are really hard tech limitations. As it stands, like, even on the Dreamcast, with what you get, it's, yeah. Like with what you get here, you get slowed down, and there's clear signs that the game got cut to fit within tech constraints. Let's visit the barber. I mean, you see some of that Virtua Fighter influence in, like, the fighting system and stuff too, right? Can I not talk to him? There it is.
長優さん。おお、いらっしゃい。実はワンチャイを離れることになったんです。何か事情がありそうだな。空論城に行くんです。空論城に。修験達って人に会うためです。空論城は危険なところだ。油断するな。どんな状況になろうとも冷静に判断するんだ。武徳の短ですね。肝に銘じておきます。周英さんにはもう話したのか？いえ、まだです。文武病に行ってこい。はい。
I mean, I was in the Kickstarter for Shenmue 3, and I read the... Oh crap, what was the old Mortal Kombat 3 quote? There's no knowledge that is not power. what I was gonna say is I put into the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter, and I've been reading the emails as they come in, and like they haven't. I don't think they've given a whole lot of detail into the scale of the game or a lot of the design choices. I'm not gonna go with Scarlet Hill yet. Right, mostly it's been character design stuff and details about the publishing of the game and appearances that the dev teams made at various conferences and conventions. So I don't have a good image in my mind right now what that game's gonna be like. I mean, I hope it goes well. I'm trying to remember, where was the other temple? Because there's the temple that's on Scarlet Hill. That's... what's with this airplane? Yeah, it's not that I don't think it's going to be good enough or not. It's more... I don't know what they're trying to do with the game. Where are they going to try striking the balance between satisfying modern expectations for a video game and trying to build off of the kind of game that Shenmue 1 and 2 were? Because it's a very easy battle to lose. Crap, I can't remember which district. Dang it. One of these districts has a temple that's not Scarlet Hill. I also want to go to the Gold Dynasty or Gold Court or whatever it's called and talk to the dude in the mall. That guy was pretty cool. What are my expectations for Shenmue 3? I'll go back to Lucky Charm Corner. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same game that would have been made in 2002, 2003. I'll go back this way. Go to gold. Partly because the developers have all had 15 years of space between doing number 2 and doing number 3. I mean, whoever developers are actually working on 3 that worked on either of the 2 games. Like, honestly, I don't know if it's just Yu Suzuki and a couple dudes and everyone else is hired in. Because people could have retired. For all reasonable explanation, Yu Suzuki should be retired. He's been doing this a long time. I don't know enough about what Yu does nowadays. Like, I don't know what his team does. Like, I assume that they do, like, small projects and contract type work. Gold Quarter, here we go. Right? He's got his own company that was kind of doing all this. And he's got industry pull because he's a big name. That's how you got Sony providing platform and publishing support initially. Because, like, that whole Kickstarter, that wasn't a Kickstarter to fund the project. Like, they were going to get their funding. That was a project to gauge market interest, to show Sony, we have an audience for this game, you should give us money and support to make it. Right? That you take that data to a venture capitalist, and that's how you get funding. So that was what he was doing. And it worked out. But my point is, like, it's effectively a different company making Shenmue 3 than who made Shenmue 2. So assuming it's going to be the same game would be just, you're upsetting yourself for disappointment. Man, I don't know. It's really hard to say because I could see it going in a lot of different directions. I could see it being an exact replica of the structure from Shenmue 2 and 1, where like, we're just gonna imagine what it would be like if we made this game. I have no idea if Sony would want them to do that. I could see them making a traditional open world RPG and then giving references to the older games. Just to be like, you know, fan service sort of stuff, and I could see that actually going too far, where it's not its own game anymore. I could see it being just its own thing completely. Right? Like, it has some of the combat nuances, dialogue trees and that sort of thing, like the other games had, but it just otherwise feels like, not even Shenmue 3, but like Shenmue Gaiden, just a completely separate feeling game. And a lot of people probably like it, people knew the series would like it. People who play the older ones might be butthurt about it being different. Let's see. So in my mind, I bought into it because I had, you know, being into retro games, I've seen a number of titles that should have been made that because of varying market issues didn't happen. Like, the Atari Jaguar had its share of games that were canceled, or, you know, some of them thankfully were released after the fact because developers continued development even after the platform died. Long lost sequels, like Sonic Extreme comes to mind. And here was a chance, because of the market's ability to monetize nostalgia, to say, hey, let's take one of these long lost games and let's actually make it. Let's change history. Right? The story of Shenmue isn't, oh, they never made the third one. Oh well, like, I think Advent Rising on the Xbox and PC is one where it's supposed to be some trilogy. They made the first one, it didn't make any money, and then it just died. And having played Shenmue 1, I was like, I really like Shenmue, it's a really special game. I really wish they could have just, you know, finished it off. Because this is a very narrative-heavy game, and if you leave on a cliffhanger, you're like, well shit, now what am I gonna do? So, I bought into it because I want to see a third game made. Yeah, kind of like what Brett's saying. Like, super duper selfishly, what would I want it to be? I would want it to be a third game on the Dreamcast that I could take my save from number 2 and put it over to 3. But that is totally unreasonable. Like, you would not sell any copies, and God, putting millions of dollars into a Dreamcast game in 2017 is insane. You would not do that. But that's what I would want. Because I like playing on the Dreamcast. That's a fun experience to me. I don't know where I'm going. Ugh. I mean, I hope whatever they make, it's an enjoyable game. It's got polish. It's something the developers want to make. If it ends up being some ho-hum Me Too game to try to appeal to a mass market, that's going to be a bit disappointing. Is this where I want to go? Let's go across the bridge. Let's see what happens. Are you asking if I would have played Shenmue if it hadn't come out on the Dreamcast? I guess I don't completely understand your question. I mean, I originally played them on the Dreamcast because that's what they came out on. And, like, I chose to play 2 on the Dreamcast because I had played 1 on the Dreamcast. I knew there was some functionality with the saves crossing over. I like the Dreamcast, and that, to me, that's like, the development history tells me it was developed for the Dreamcast first. So this is the game that was originally being made, and because of outside forces, it also got made on the Xbox.
なんで聞きたいことが寝ぼけてんのかてめえまたぶちのめされてえのかさっさと消えろ
That's kind of what I could say goodbye to these guys, be like, hey guys, you might have beaten the hell out of me, but I'm leaving, so be well. I mean, or are you asking that if they did remakes, would I play them? Like, yeah, I don't understand the question. And I guess to Brent's point, it would be really good to do remakes, honestly, at this point. Because if you're putting like Shenmue 3 out on Steam or something, you really want to be able to give people a chance to play it. So, shoot.
すいません。
はーい。
また来ます。
Oh, it's more... One, I want to see new games in the Dreamcast, and secondly, like, it fulfills that crazy fantasy that says that if Shenmue 2 made enough money and the Dreamcast was still around, that Shenmue 3 would have been on the Dreamcast, and here's what it would look like. Again, that idea of going back in time and changing history. I mean, is there, like, there's an appeal to play on Dreamcast, but there's an appeal to play a lot of the games I play on the Dreamcast. Like, I get enjoyment out of using the Dreamcast. I like the aesthetics of the platform, the plastic. I like the controllers, the memory cards, the silly little sounds the drive makes, the 3D aesthetics you get out of the games by virtue of the technical limitations. Like, those are all things I find appealing and nostalgic. So I get that out of it. But I mean, if Shenmue wasn't on the Dreamcast, I probably would have played on whatever was on it so I can get my hands on the game. Alright, I think the dude I worked with is in here. Yeah. I mean, Brent, you're not wrong. Like, I'm kind of curious what sort of numbers Shenmue did. Because I would think it sold well, because it was marketed pretty heavy, and it found an audience. I was just kind of assuming that most of the market failure of it was more due to it being on the Dreamcast, which sold fine in the States, but it certainly wasn't making gangbusters. It probably didn't earn its millions of dollars that was invested in it. Where is the dude I work with? Is he out here in the corner where we learned Kung Fu together? Man, the Dreamcast is one of those consoles that there really wasn't much hope for it ever succeeding, because the marketing was good on it, the hardware was good, it was a reliable console, it had a lot of good games, it had a lot of cool features. But is that him? That's not him. But Sega had a lot of debt because of the Saturn and how that was handled. And only a couple, like, God, maybe a year into the Dreamcast's life, the PS2 marketing machine started up, and you're like, you remember the PSX? Which, of course you remember the PSX. It had frickin' Final Fantasy VII. It had Bushido Blade, Tekken 3, Twisted Metal, like, all these good games. It's like, the sequel to that's coming out, and it plays DVDs, and you're like, holy shit. It's like, nothing could market against that. Nintendo couldn't do it. Like, the brand of PlayStation was so frickin' strong, like, you had no hope. The only reason Nintendo survived is because Nintendo didn't bury themselves in frickin' debt with their previous console. Like, the N64 had its issues, but man, the Saturn did not do good. And I think while Sega gained popularity and market share in the States in the 90s, Nintendo still probably had a more stable footing, because they've just been doing it longer. Unless that other door opens up in here. I want to talk to my foreman or whoever that guy is. Where the frick isn't he here? Yeah, I mean they did that with the DS and the Wii. I don't know if that was necessarily true with the GameCube. But yeah, it's like I honestly don't know what Sega could have done different with the Dreamcast and have it actually succeed in a way that they needed it to. That's a different dude. I'm just looking at anyone in a white tank top and seeing if that's the guy. Goodbye, guard that chased me out of the warehouse. Yeah. That's kind of my spiel on the Dreamcast, and like, it is what it is. If you consider how long the Dreamcast was being sold on the market, I think it was what, 99 to 2002. How many good games came out for it in that short lifespan? Because that wasn't like January of 99. That was September. Like, it might have been out for 3 years, maybe. And in that time, it's just the games, man. Like the fact that 2 Shenmue games came out for, like, these are huge games. Nowadays, these would be multi-year development cycles. But like, it is almost unreasonable how good of a library the Dreamcast has. Like, what right does anyone have to get that many good games? Like the percentage of good games to bad games. Like you had some, like even the third-party stuff was usually pretty good. Like Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, that's a really cool game. Frogger 2, the Hasbro Interactive games like Centipede and Asteroids. You had a bunch of random-ass games like Incoming and what was another one that was kind of cool? I'd have to go look at my library, but like there's just... It's like the story of the Dreamcast is... It's Sega's solid arcade games, which are always there, like their racing games and their fighting games. A bunch of games where Sega really tried hard to be a different kind of company. Like with Shenmue, Sonic Adventure, and then just surprisingly solid third-party support. Like Visual Concepts came into their own as a sports game developer on the Dreamcast, making the 2K series. And it did a lot of online stuff in 2.5 years. Yeah, like, yeah, Brent, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is as far as like the quality of a console, I don't know what more you want than a Dreamcast. for the time. It worked on launch. There were no major hardware failures on it. It was a small, compact, attractive package. And it wasn't super expensive. Yeah, Chris, you're right. It was built, like, it had support, or had a port of the Windows CE kernel, so you could do PC game ports, which is why you saw a lot of games ported between PC and Dreamcast. And also, like, I think when you use the dev tools, you were using a version of Visual Studio, which, you know, if you're doing native code development, Visual Studio is not bad. People complain about it, but you get a nice debugger, you get IntelliSense, you get all sorts of fun goodies. to
ウーロン茶
Kaoru.
そうか
Really?
行
Shit.
くかいろいろお世話になりありがとうございました。何を言う。礼を言うのはわしの方じゃ。宗仙のこと誠に感謝しておる。本当にありがとう。
It might have.
修
Like
繕先生
that.
もどうかお元気で。
DVD compatibility really helps sell
お
that
主
thing.
も達者でな。ありがとうございます。失礼します。
But you gotta, I mean, I guess it goes either way, because on the one hand, that might have increased cost, because, like, the GD-ROMs, okay, this is where we're going on a tech tangent. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick, and then we're gonna go on a tech tangent, because it's happening. Okay, tech tangent time. So, when you're using a proprietary disc format like Laserdisc or Blu-ray, what happens is a company develops that standard. The compression algorithms, the hardware manufacturing standards, like what frequency laser are you using for the disc lens? What's the format of data on the disc itself? Like, is there a partition table of some sort that tells you where the tracks are and all this? And that technology gets licensed out to your various hardware manufacturers to build players off of it. The idea being, I can build a Blu-ray player, and I'm going to make money off that sale, and I give a little piece of that to Sony. Now, if I remember correctly, the DVD standard was a Toshiba thing. And usually there's a couple companies that are involved, but Toshiba was one of them. Sony was not. So when Sony did add DVD support, a certain amount of the profit from the PlayStation 2 sales went back to Toshiba and any of the license holders for the DVD standard. Again, like the data compression and all that goes into DVD working. Which is why when the PS3 came out, it was such a big deal for it to support Blu-ray, because Sony made that standard. They were no longer having to pay somebody else. They could literally just be like, this is our tech, other people can make Blu-ray players, and if we can proliferate the market like the PS2 did, Blu-ray becomes the standard, and now we're making money off of that on top of the software sales for the PS3. So, on the one hand, I'm sorry, then we look at the Dreamcast. The way the GD-ROMs work is those are actually just standard CDs. It uses the same infrared diode as a CD drive, and the discs are just CD discs. They're the same manufactured, layering of foil and plastic. And so that's known technology. That stuff exists. People are manufacturing those diodes, and because it's 99, right? You've got CD players and entertainment systems, boomboxes, and all this shit. Like, there are factories making these parts, so it's going to be less to produce. The only difference between the GD-ROM and a CD is how the data is laid out on the disc. If I might get this wrong, and then some person way in the future on YouTube is going to correct me, but your standard CD has a continuous linear velocity. Am I correct? No, it's a continuous rotational velocity. So the disc is always spinning the same speed, and the lens is moving from the center of the disc outward. The result of that is more data fits on the outer edging of the disc than the inner part. Technically, because there's more area to work with. But it's also moving faster and it's more spread out. And a way to compress some of that data in is to have a consistent linear velocity, meaning that the speed of the disc is going to change as the lens moves from the center of the disc outward. You can compact more data into that same surface area, right? Because the lens can only read so much data at a time of what passes over it. So if you slow the disc down, you can... what am I trying to say? Like, the way the data is laid out is there's generally reflective and more reflective and less reflective divots on a foil layer. That would be your ones and zeros of your binary data. So if your sample rate of your laser is the same as you're going from the center outward, those divots have to be longer so that you can actually catch the ones and zeros as the disk is spinning. But if you can slow the disk down, you don't have to elongate those holes, right? Because your sample rate of the laser remains the same and you're moving over the same linear velocity of the disk. And therefore you can compact more data and you turn a 600 or 700 megabyte disk into a gigabyte disk, a GD-ROM. That's the only difference. Same disk, same lens, just the mechanics inside for how fast the disk spins and the firmware for controlling the lens are more sophisticated, which was probably cheaper for Sega, because they didn't have to invest in, at the time, the risky new tech of DVD, or pay Sony royalties for using their tech. So I don't know whether they could have done the DVD stuff or not, because it certainly would have added to the cost. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have paid Sony for the DVD all the same. Yeah, and that's a disadvantage, that's why CDRs work on a lot of the earlier Dreamcasts. Like there's, I think it's some sort of interactive audio disc standard that the older Dreamcasts support, that you can actually use it to boot program code. That's how you can do the CDR stuff. But the fact that the drive reads CDRs at all is because it's the same kind of diode. Because all that is a light at a specific frequency, hitting reflected material on the disk, bouncing back down into a receptor on the drive, and then that being interpreted over time to give you binary data. Like, that's all it is. At one time, I was curious how they worked, and I hunted around online and found a really neat textbook, which pretty much broke down how an optical drive works. There's a lot of noise compensation, because you have wobble on the disk, you have variance in the light intensity of your light-emitting diode as it ages and as it heats up. Slight differences in angle could lead to an oblong-shaped light, because it's bouncing at an angle instead of bouncing straight up and down, which can affect how it reads on the sensors. And so all that needs to be mitigated, and all that needs to have noise compensation, which amounts to either reading the data again, or filtering, doing high and low pass filtering on noise. It's a little bit of a miracle that discs work at all, because there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of room for error. Yeah, that did lead to people being able to duplicate stuff on the Dreamcast. I don't know whether piracy killed the Dreamcast or not, because I think that would require having actual sales figures and then reasonable estimates on potential sales. I think it's easier to argue that what killed the Dreamcast was Sony's marketing muscle. PlayStation was just a stronger brand. And the Dreamcast, I would argue, was a near-perfect console. It could have been the absolute perfect thing for the time, but a good product only gets you so far. You've also got to be able to market it. Like, the PlayStation 2 was not a perfect platform. They broke a lot. Aesthetically, it was good-looking, so it had that going for it. It had some oddities, like standing up on its end. Early models had issues reading specific discs, and despite all that, people still loved the thing. One, they had a good library, it was backwards compatible, because again, moving on the momentum of the PlayStation 1's brand. They had the existing third-party support. Like, you had Squaresoft making RPGs for it. You had Enix making games for it. I don't know how much Sega's brand hurt in Japan. So my understanding is the Saturn had pretty, like, people liked the Saturn in Japan. It had a pretty strong library. a much bigger library than in the States. They had a lot more RPGs and traditional Japanese games. I assume like I said, I assume most of it's just the PlayStation brand. It's unstoppable. No, that's what I'm saying is, the Saturn sold in Japan. Those games exist because people were buying them.
はい。
義とは
正しいことのためにためらうことなく行動すること。たとえ義を破ることになっても、俺は乱定を許さない。
俺は奴らを許さない。
やだ、指名にじゃ行かないで。
父さんと母さんを殺した奴を見つけ出すんだ。
見つけ出すって
私有門が知っている。
私有門に入るの？
悪魔に魂を売っても必ず復讐するんだ。
やだやだ、お兄ちゃんまでいなくなったら
必ず帰ってくる。
いや、行かないで。指名にじゃ
元気でな。
Yeah, 32X.
そう。
Yeah.
かかってきなさい。
え？
断定は冷酷非常と聞いているわ。私に手間取るようじゃあなたの命はないわ。
おら！おら！おりゃ！
引導。
おりゃ！
You're not gonna hit her.
エイフ。海底血。断定ならあなたはもう死んでいるわ。一度くらい当ててみなさい。
You got right.
今の技は
凱門長中、八極拳六大会の一つよ。
Don't you say that, Brett.
六大会。
Don't you
こ
say
の
that.
技を覚えてから行きなさい。
俺にこの技を。
凱門長中は攻撃をかわしながら相手の懐に飛び込む。体勢の崩れているところに長中を打ち込む。相手の力と攻撃が重なり、威力は計り知れない。まず型を教えるわ。重心を後ろに移すのと同時に腕と足に力を込め、肘を打ち出す。これが凱門長中よ。最初は体さばきからやってみなさい。一歩だけ重心を後ろに移すのよ。そう、体さばきはそれでいいわ。次は一歩下がるのと同時に腕と足に力を込めるのよ。やってみなさい。どうやら型はできたようね。 でも外門長虫は相手の懐に飛び込んでこそ進化を発揮する。攻撃を読むことが大切よ。訓符を重ねるしかないわ。歓喜。
はい。
彼の相手。歓喜の攻撃をよく読んでタイミングを合わせるの。手加減は無用よ。本気で打ち込みなさい。
わかりました。
始めなさい。技が少し遅れてるわ。技が少し遅れてるわ。
There it is. That's me guessing because the delay was big enough that I couldn't just react. Yay!
できたようね。今の動きを忘れないで。
はい。
その呼吸だ。どうやら掴んだようだ。
なぜ俺に技を？
老子はお前の命が心配なのだ。
俺の命が？
邪道に落ちてはいけない。
I don't know why you're surprised that she's concerned. She's just been telling you you're gonna get your ass
それを
kicked.
忘れないで。
Well, what's going on? So, I'm using a third-party VGA box for the video on the Dreamcast. And I'm using a capture device that only takes HDMI. So I have a VGA to HDMI adapter to convert it. That's being piped through to a device that's going into my MacBook. When the video comes into the MacBook feed, the aspect ratio is fucked up and the colors are all fucked up. So then I have OBS to do the color adjustment and the aspect ratio adjustment. And I'm playing off the preview of OBS, and just like all of that, going to my TV adds latency. And I think really it's OBS that's adding the latency, because I'm just playing off the preview.
This
忘れ物？
これ
写真？
内緒で持ってきちゃいました。老子が写ってる写真結構貴重なんですよ。
そうか。わざわざありがとう。
頑張ってくださいね。私たちりょうさんの無事を毎日お祈りしてますから。
ああ。
Maybe the PlayStation overall sold better in Japan too. I don't know. I am not super on the up and up with how Japan consoles sell in Japan. It's just my understanding is that it was popular and that it had good commercial support. Part of it, this is pure speculation, but the population in the States is a lot bigger, so that market means a lot more. Hey, we completed disc 2! I will save my game. Alright. So I think it's a good place to stop for the night, gang, because I got people watching the stream that are not on the West Coast. They're probably going to go to bed at some point. So we can continue with disc 3 on probably Friday. I would love to get Shenmue 2 beaten before Christmas, because I also want to stream some Christmas games during Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I got some stuff in the old game room I can pull out. Anyhow. That will be for a different day. I would say Shenmue 2 is going pretty quick so far. I don't remember how many. I should have looked at the save to see how many hours I put in, but it does not feel like that many. How do I get this out full screen? Awesome. All right, gang. Well, thanks for watching. I'll be back when I'm back. Otherwise, have a good night.